The 2008 Florida Gators were one of the best college football teams of all time, and today I put them against the 2005 Texas Longhorns. Florida features players like Tim Tebow,
Let's go.
Percy Harvin, and Joe Hayden, while Texas features players like Vince Young, Jamal Charles, and Brian Robison. I put these two teams head to head to see who would win this colossal matchup.
So there we go. Get your popcorn ready.
Florida get the ball to start first, and we'll see a healthy dose of Tim Tebow. I have a feeling that even though these offenses are really explosive, we could see the defenses play a key role. We see a big tackle for loss for Texas right there. Florida is going to go back to the passing game on 3rd and 7 and pick up a big first down. Percy Harvin. Percy Harvin, a very explosive player for Florida. But like I said, Texas defense has a ton of talent that will get the job done on first down there. They will also bring Tebow down for a sack. So far, a good start for the Texas Longhorns defense to stop Florida here and get them to punt. Texas gets the ball back, and we'll see what they can do with their first drive of the game. They start with a rushing attack with Jamal Charles, a blazing fast player. But again, these defenses are really going to play a key role in determining what the score is going to be. Vince Young will drop back to pass, and he will throw it to the left side for a big completion on 3rd and 5. Texas offense is super underrated, and Vince Young will play a big role in what this offense can do explosively. And Florida definitely has their hands full with the amount of talent. When you have Vince Young, who should be a key player for this offense, as you already see here, and Texas, again, will rely on Vince Young's arm, but also his legs could play a big role. We saw that when they played against USC for the national championship, and that could once again play a role against one of the best teams of all time. The running attack appears to have no problems running through Florida's defense here as Jamal Charles continues to pick up big yards. And even though Florida is getting some stops here and there, you're seeing plenty of holes for these running backs to run through 3rd and 11, a big play for both Texas and Florida, and a wide open tight end will get Texas on the board first to put them up 7-0 with 154 left in the first quarter. Florida is looking to respond, plenty of talent to be able to get this down the field. And wow, that's a nice throw by Tim Tebow, something we don't really expect from him, but passing attack appears to be a focus for the Florida Gators early on. Still getting a healthy dose of Tebow. We know that he can run the football. He is a tough player to take down, and trying to get Chris Rainey and Jeff Demps involved in the rushing attack with that speed, a smart strategy early on. And right now, Texas's front seven is giving Florida more than they can handle. 3rd and 11, throw it over the middle, and they are not going to get it. Setting up for a field goal here to get this down to 7-3. The kick is up, and it's going to be wide left. No good. 7-0 still for Texas. Texas is looking to build upon that momentum, and Vince Young almost throws a pick to start this drive. That could have been a pick six for Florida, a missed opportunity there. Texas get back to running the football, and they pick up a good chunk of yards there. 3rd and 6. And the end of the first quarter, we see Texas up 7-0. So far, a lower scoring affair than I expected. But with these two talented defenses, that shouldn't be too much of a surprise. We'll see what happens in the second quarter. Vince Young will be behind center and will drop back the pass here. Empty set, throws out to the right, and some missed tackles here. A poor showing by Florida's defense. Ramon Taylor picks up the first down there. Vince, once again, is going through the air, and he is making some really nice throws, some tough throws in tight coverage to move the ball down the field and just picking up what Florida's defense will give him. And right now, that is working. This rushing attack also continues to find holes up the middle, and they are taking advantage of that. Vince Young is rolling out to the right. He's starting to run. He's picking up some big yards, and he fumbles the football. Can Florida pick it up? This would be a huge turnover for Florida, but Texas is able to recover that fumble. Another missed opportunity on this drive. That is 2 now. Let's see what happens if Texas can make them pay. An incomplete pass on first down, followed by a run up the middle. And can Florida get a stop here? Can they stop Texas short? They will get them to force to field goal here, and Texas is going to get the kick up here, and they will get out to a 10-0 lead. Like I said before, Texas's front seven, this defensive line, having a huge game. As you can see, Rod White playing a big role for the Longhorns defense, and that is giving Florida plenty of issues. Florida looking to tighten this lead or tighten this deficit make things a little bit more interesting, and they will get a good start with a 12-yard rush from Chris Rainey. Got to get that speed out in the space more. Tebow will take off and run, picks up another first down here, a good drive for Florida in the early parts of the second quarter, and Tebow is getting just demolished by some big hits there. Second and 13, Tebow cannot find much. He's going to just take what he can get, 4-yard reception. And on 3rd and 9, he's going to have to throw, falling away to punt. A big drive for the Texas offense and for the Florida defense. It feels like Texas has moved the ball fairly efficiently so far, and that could be the case once again. It could be a bigger deficit than Florida can handle. A big first down there, pick up by Limas Sweed, and Vince Young once again in the rushing attack continue to take apart this Florida defense. Florida needs a big stop, and they are just not getting too many stops here. They're giving up good chunks of yards every single play, and first downs are plentiful for this Texas offense. Florida needs a stop. They get a big stop there. Can they build upon that on 2nd and 10? Another run, and Florida's front seven is able to pick up a big gain there, a big stop there. Vince once again looking over the middle, had a guy open, but now they have to punt. Florida once again needs to get some points on the board. They need to get down the field, and right now they are picking up a good first down with Aaron Hernandez to start that drive. Tebow looking and dumps it off over the right side. Negative 3-yard reception that will not get the job done. 2nd and 13, Tebow's looking to run, and Texas is just not letting him get much here. 3rd and 7, and nearly throws a pick. Texas has all the momentum right now. Vince Young is looking to add points at the end of the second quarter, takes off running and slides for a 2-yard gain. 2nd and 8, looking over the right side on a screen, and Florida has that snuffed out. And 3rd and 9, Texas is looking to once again get some yards. Florida picks up a huge stop. Florida's got some momentum here. Let's see what the offense can do. Tebow gets it started with a nice 9-yard pass to Percy Harvin, dropping back pass once again, and finds Chris Rainey over the right side. They are going with passing attack a little bit more. Tebow looking deep because it's the end of the first half, cannot complete the pass. And at halftime, we have a surprising 10-0 lead. Texas has a lot of momentum. Florida needs to get their offense rolling if they want to hang around. Pressure goes back to Florida's defense to pick up a stop. They do that on first down here. That was a good play for this defense. Vince Young is looking to take off with his legs, and this front seven will not let him get going. Florida is getting some good momentum here. This front seven playing really well on this drive. Vince once again getting pressured, nearly throws an interception. Feels like Florida might be running out of time to get points on the scoreboard if they can't get some momentum, if they can't move the ball down the field. So this is a big drive. 2 draw plays to start and a big hit by both Florida and Texas defense. The rushing attack will not quit, though. They are looking to pick up some yards. Good chunks here. Tebow picks up the first down on 2nd and 1, and they are getting into scoring territory. They are getting close to the red zone. Let's see if they can capitalize on that. Another solid reception by Riley Cooper, and now on 2nd and 2, they will be running jet sweep to the right to pick up a first down. Riley Cooper with a big play there. And on 1st and 10, Tebow throws over the middle, a wide open Jeff Demps, nobody covering him, a good angle route, gets Florida on the scoreboard, and now we have a closer game in a 10-6 lead for Texas. And with the point after attempt, Texas and it sees its lead reduced down to 3, 10-7 Longhorns. Florida's back in the game. They're feeling pretty good about that, and their front seven is building upon that. This defense is feeling the energy. They're feeling good about what they did in the last drive, and they continue building upon that. More tackles for loss by the Florida Gators. 3rd and 11, what can Vince Young do? Dropping back deep, and it kind of a weird screen pass to force a punt. This would be a huge drive if Florida can get points on the board, really put the pressure on Texas defense. Tebow is running for his life, however, so that is not helping. Texas has this rush game figured out on this drive. And on 3rd and 4, Tebow is dropping back to pass, and he is not going to get a pass off as he gets set. What can Texas do to put more points on the board to give them a bigger cushion? A 3-point lead is not going to be enough. Let's see if they can have a better drive than what they had last one. Vince Young is hurdling defenders, but not enough to pick up any yards. 3rd and 5, a big third down here as the third quarter is winding down. Vince Young finds a guy over the middle, pick up that first down, gives them a little bit of breathing room. First and 10, they go back to the rushing attack, and Florida is playing lights out right now defensively. Their defensive line is playing really well. Vince Young throws a nice pass for a 14-yard reception to Quan Cosby, and Vince Young will once again take off with his legs. Those legs are killing Florida's defense if they can find a way to utilize those more, but Florida will not let that happen. They are still maintaining good contain, and they're picking up nice deflections and tackles for loss. End of the third quarter, Texas still up 10-7. Florida's going to get the ball back, and this is a huge drive. Start of the fourth quarter, can they tie the game or even take the lead? Tebow drops back the pass, has plenty of time to throw, dumps it off to the right side for a 5-yard gain. 2nd and 5. Tebow is looking to run, pick up a first down. He is stopped short, and it bigs up a big third down on 3rd and 2. Running a game with a big gash play. Jeff Demps, they should really get him the ball a little bit more. He has had 2 nice plays now, 2 big plays for the Florida Gators. Tim Tebow, continuing that momentum, picks up another big chunk of yards for a first down. The Florida Gators are moving the ball really well so far. A screen pass to the right side to Chris Rainey for 4 yards. Tebow once again looking to run. Front 7 for Texas continues to make plays. Secondary helping out. Tebow looks to pass and picks up a big first down there. They are in close to the red zone. Can they pick up some points? We're hoping for a touchdown if you're a Florida Gators fan. And so far, Tebow is doing what he can. Drawing back pass on 2nd and 6. A nice pass over to the left side to put them inside the 10. We're looking for 6 here. Florida is hoping to get points on the board to go ahead, but a sack will not help. 2nd and goal. Tebow dropping back the pass, drops over the middle, just simply not going to get the job done, get the ball in the end zone. And on 3rd and goal, Texas maintains the stop, and Florida has to settle for a field goal, but they do tie the game at 10. Texas with a big drive here. Can they do what they did against USC? Drive down the field late in the fourth quarter to put up points, to go ahead points. And so far, hit or miss on their first 2 plays. Vince Young is gashing Florida, though, so expect that to be a regular occurrence on this drive. See Vince Young take off with his legs. Florida has no answer right now for that, and he is moving the ball down the field single-handedly. The rushing attack appears to be the feature of this drive. Let's see if the passing attack can contribute as well. Vince looking deep as a guy over the middle. A big chunk play for Texas. That was a huge first down by Brian Carter. A big pass by Vince Young to Carter. And going back to the rushing attack, a wide open hole, and Texas finds themselves up 16-10. They will add the extra point to go up by 7. A big drive. Once again, Vince Young comes in clutch for the Texas Longhorns. Florida has a chance to answer. 107 left in the fourth quarter. Tebow gets things started with a 3-yard reception. They got to pick up the pace. They got to go no huddle, and they will pick up a first down to stop the clock. This is a huge drive. What can Florida do to respond? Over to the left side, picks up a good chunk yards. Clock is still running. They call it timeout. Tebow running out to the left. And again, this defensive line for Texas making themselves known. They do once again another sack. 4th and 12. What can Texas do? What can Florida do? And Texas once again with another sack to create a turnover. That is going to be the ball game. That will be a win for the Texas Longhorns. The Texas Longhorns from 2005 find a way to beat the 2008 Florida Gators. Who do you want to see next in this series? Florida, obviously, with a bunch of talent, Texas with a bunch of talent, and the Texas Longhorns find a way to come out on top.